I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
You know, well, here we are. Here we are. You know, been watching this ever since the first it was announced around 11 o'clock last night. And I knew something like this was going to happen because you watch foreign news. Aircraft carriers were being sent into the middle into Persian Gulf and Mediterranean. So here we are. Um, I just want to know where are you, MAGA folks? Where are you? You know, America first. Where you at? Uh, where are you folks who say what's the term? The art of the deal. Y'all like to quote the book, The Art of the Deal, and then y'all like to quote. He's a businessman. He's not a politician, and you know where y'all at. Where you at? Y'all Rumble. Y'all don't do no live streams no more. Y'all don't do no live streams on YouTube anymore. Y'all up on Rumble, okay? All you up on Rumble and and such. And now here we are. International law needs to be respected. The War Powers Act of 1973 needs to be uh, enforced. This is what happens when you have weak people who. So let me tell you something. A lot of these people who talk about international law will not never call out Trump out because they're not scared of Trump, right? They're scared. They're scared of you mud seals. The fervor, the feral, the feralness, how feral you are. The mud seals who up in the bar banging your fists on while you drinking your pint of beer. Those of y'all having rage fits inside your car as you listen to FM conservative radio. And they're cowardly enough to tell you to shut the fuck up. They're cowardly to tell you to be quiet. You don't know nothing. Be quiet. I'm talking about the John Cornyn's, the types, and I'm talking about on the Republican side. Now you Democrats are cowards too. The Democrats are cowards as well because the Democrats want to make money. And when I said Democrats, I'm talking about the leadership, um, like the House Majority Leader or the Senate Majority Leader, Steny Hoyer, and all those. Y'all look at this as a stocks option. Or so your friends can have a stop option in New York, you know. And yeah. So everybody else going to suffer because you don't have the balls to tell the commander in chief no. Y'all could right now defund the military. Y'all could right now take the United States military and slash it by 15%. You'll stop all this foolishness. What's going on, George? What's going on, George? See you in the chat. You know, I see you in the chat, George. So yeah, I'm watching all this. It's I don't have the sound on, and you know what? Let me put this up real quick, right? Let me put this up real quick so everybody can sit here and see. Yeah, yeah, for copyright purposes. Where's the overlay? Give me the copyright. Well, it's on the fair use, okay? Fair use. So, um, yeah, yeah. Can anybody hear me? So yeah. Um. Anyway, right, right, right. I better not hear shit from any of the Trump supporters. I better not hear shit. Now, it's already bad enough, right? And StreamYards is acting the fool right now. I don't know what StreamYards is doing. They're sure acting the fool though. They're sure acting the fool right now. You know. So yeah. I'm just sitting there like, listen, y'all are so stupid for following a cult because you mad at somebody else. You know. You know. And I don't know what to tell you, but I kind of checked out on things. I'm somewhat checked out. While everybody on YouTube want to do this gender war crap, you seeing this old this carrying on. You know, seeing all this foolishness carrying on. But we over here want to talk about what the women are not doing. While you men are being set up, while the American male is being set up. And that's the whole point I was trying to make last night. There are more important things to talk about and to think about. You know, and you do not belong at the table of nations with other men. You never belong with with other groups of men if your mentality is on something that's in the past. Don't bring your past trauma over. No, it's time for you to evolve to the next level. So, I'm gonna cut this short because um, yeah, I'm gonna cut this live stream short because I don't have time to talk anymore. You know, it's just something that you know you have to be forward thinking. When I said level up, you gotta be forward thinking at this point. You can't be talking about 1970s, 1960s, um, what the black community did. No, I don't want to hear that. I don't. Okay. And let me tell you what my goals are. My goals is break out of this, you know, of this muck and mire. Now, if it seems like I'm being an Uncle Tom, I really don't care. If it seems though I hate black men, I don't care. If it seems I hate black women, I really don't give a damn. You know, y'all already made up your mind up, even though I never even said it. Y'all still gonna be stuck where you're at for the next 20 years. How long y'all gonna be stuck in this whole damn thing? Oh, Big J, you an elder. I'm not no elder. An elder is somebody like 60, 70, 80 years old. That's somebody who's an elder. An elder is somebody who was who was born in the 50s, the 40s and on up. That's somebody elder. I was born in the 80s. So how am I an elder? But like I said, y'all do not deserve to be among the table of nations because your mindset is still on juvenile concepts. Now back to what's going on in the wider framework, the wider I mean wider I mean wider uh wider framework is um I think that the Rubicon has passed. We crossed the Rubicon of you know um what is real. I mean the Rubicon of common sense and and the indictment is going to be on those people who wear those red caps, those red hats for the last 10 years. The indictment of those people is going to come right on back on them. Right. How can somebody in their early 40s be uh an elder? You got a nigga try to call me an elder who's older than me. You know. But like I said, though, this is a cesspool. I'm trying to get out of the cesspool at the same time. I need to punish some of y'all who's in the cesspool, though, because I don't want y'all to follow me anywhere else. You stay where you're at. You ain't gonna. Uh, I'm not gonna I'm not let my in quotation in quotations. I ain't gonna let whatever success I might attain. I'm not gonna pull you up either, because all you is an anchor. But anyway, I'm sorry. I'm putting my personal business, my personal anger in this because I don't like to be fucked. Okay, fucked around. Age means nothing. Having good, you know what? And why how you right? That's the first thing you said. I agree with. Good health matters. Not really your age. That does matter. That's the first thing you said. I agree. I totally agree with. You know, but I really think though that this country, or the Western world, I should say, I think that because we won the Cold War, that we lost sight of what is power, right? We lost sight of what is. See, I believe that the 1990s was a decade of missed opportunity. I think that the 1990s was a chance for us to solve a lot of things. We could have solved the Middle East problem. We could have solved issues relating to when I say solve, I'm not some old naive. When I say solve, I'm not trying to be this. Oh, there will be world peace. No, 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 no. I'm not that naive. Let's not kid ourselves. I'm not being naive here, right? I'm talking about in a realistic uh, vantage point. Um, we could have, we could have solved most of our problems. I'll be 75% of the problems we have. It could have been, um, but we allow fear and distrust to be, um we allow fear and distrust to get in the way, and our own hubris. We allow hubris to get in the way of it as well. Um, yes, America may be a mighty country, but America got drunk off of the victory of the Cold War, and we couldn't. Um, because of the victory, we try to show our nuts to the world rather than pulling back and be more insulated. And it just because we won, we supposed to just have this idea of dominating everybody. Now, terrorism is the terrorism that struck on 9/11 is a reflection on how we did not treat the world as, um in a better way. It was a reflection of that. It does. We have, the Patriot Act, in which still is still law today, where the government can and would go after you and take after your civil liberties. You know, that feel me? Yeah, yeah. Why is MAGA silent? You know, why? Where are all these people talking about, make America great again? You know, where they're at? You know, Every man thinks for themselves. We have to have our own families to care for, not a community. You know how why high? Let me put it like this. I'm on the opposite direction of that. Um, I'm on the opposite direction of that. Now I understand why you're saying that, right? I understand why you're saying it, and I don't blame you. All right, I don't blame you for thinking like that. But me, I'm not talking about the community. I'm not for the communita, right? I'm past the whole communita talk, right? Um, the communita, quote unquote, refuse to evolve. I'm on the idea of saving Western civilization at this point from itself. And I know people say, "Well, Big J, you're talking about white supremacy and the white power structure." That's not what I'm talking about. When I said saving Western civilization, is we live in the West, okay? We live in London. We lived in Paris. I'm talking about us as black people. We live in New York. We live in all these Western cities. Berlin. I remember. I don't know if anybody who went goes to Berlin, Germany. There's a lot there. There's some black people in Germany. Go there to eat the west side of Germany along the Rhine. There's black people among the Rhine River in Germany before you get into France. There's a whole bunch of black people who came from World War One, the first World War, because there was a lot of African troops. That when France invaded Germany in World War One, there was a lot of black troops that was left behind, and they created children with the German women. That's why Hitler referred to the Rhineland as the Rhineland niggers. But you know what? Speaking about Black history, you know what? I might want to talk about that for Black history, but we only got a few hours left, a day left for Black History Month. Because tomorrow's gonna be March, so uh, look up the term the Rhineland blacks or the Rhineland niggers. You'll see a whole story about the Black Germans since who got here before World War One. Anyway, that's a whole other story. But well, Shiesty Bomb, Shiesty Bomb, they will call themselves black. They don't sit there. If you look at them, they look like us. Okay. Um, if you hadn't been there, you had to be there to notice. Okay, you had to be there. Okay, you have to be there to see it. They don't see that. They're not on that biracial. They're on that one drop rule, and most of those people are dark skinned. So you can't really just say they're mixed, because they are not as mixed as you think. They don't look light skin. They look black. They have chocolate skin. Okay, um, because they start mixing with themselves at this point. They're not going to whites any. Yeah, they have one. They might have a generation of a white grandparent, but most of all, they breeding with each other, and the mixture come out to be dark skin again. But anyway, I'm not here to argue that, but I'm not for that community talk. Y'all can save that. You know, y'all can. Um, Now, Shicey Bum, I'm surprised you still up. I'm surprised you are still up. Now, Shicey Bum. Um, how come you not here, Shicey Bum? All you have to do though, Shicey Bum, is knock on the door. I'll open it for you. Real talk. I'll open the door for you, Shicey Bomb, with your smart ass. I always got something to say and shit. Always saying something real smart. All you gotta do is open the door. I let you in, and you can sit on the couch and and watch TV or whatever the case may be, or go to sleep. That's all. Shit, I got some satin and some silk. You know, got some cool. That wicker fabric blanket, because I know it's no longer cold down here. You know, it's kind of cool in the house. Great air condition. Just saying, Sugar Bomb. Just saying. I know you hear, but I'm where I'm at. Where am I at? Yeah, I'm beyond that whole the community talk. Um, I'm gonna say something too though, and it's gonna sound harsh. It's gonna sound bad. I think some of y'all just need to die off. Some of y'all just need to die off so that the next generation are not polluted by your talking points and trauma. You know, same way like how when the people got out of Egypt and Moses, when Moses came down with the ten commandments and tried to tell these idiots, listen, why are you worshiping the golden calf? And he's right. Um, y'all still have the golden calf. Y'all's mentality is still that of Egypt. No, it's going to take a couple generations for y'all to stop complaining, because y'all don't want to, uh, y'all want to act a fool and do all the dumb shit. Y'all being a bunch of Delta Novembers. The dumb niggas. Shout out the MOT on that. Delta November crowd. And you know, um, y'all going to have to die out. I'm sorry. See, some of us like MOT, the Black Brain Trust, Nagone. We're looking ahead, right? We're looking ahead. I don't care about 1970s. I really don't care about 1980s. I don't care what the feminists did. I don't care about that shit. Too many of y'all are still talking about the past, and a lot of y'all are just anchors. You know, there are things that's going on in this world that needs attention now, and this is what 18th letter needs to grasp. I'm like, bro, and this is what I really meant to say, the 18th letter. I don't care about what black women are saying on YouTube. I really don't care about what Ricky Lake or Oprah. Who cares at this point? Who cares? I'm past that. And so should you be past that, because bruh, you mean you about the same age and you still talking about this? We've been here for more than 15 years and you still on this? And I was trying to tell this to Candy Cane, why, why you can't just, you know, I, I Candy Cane. No, no, no. Hold on, no. You put like Candy Cane's not at fault. It's the other content creators who's at fault. Uh, who is oblivious to understand the point that you invite that in, right? You know, she really invited that bullshit in. You know, because some of that shit should have been stopped at the very beginning. Nobody cares about what black men's pain are. I don't care about that shit. What am I supposed to do about what Oprah did? I'm 40 something years old. I'm in my early 40s. I'm in my early 40s. You think I care about what Oprah did? You really think I give a damn about what Ricky Lake? I was a teenager in the 90s. You really think I give a fuck? Too many of y'all hang around with women too damn much. See, there are. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about this sector. YouTube, right? You got women like Bomb Cherry. You got women like who attracts those who attract the bottom of the barrel. Niggas who like the peacock. All right, you got niggas who show up the peacock. When it come time for men to get together and talk about real shit, y'all not there. Y'all not there on there. Y'all not there in that room. Anybody who has a brain or some semblance of a dot pattern or a framework that dwells in a more salient viewpoint, and that is not stereotypical, they're not there no more. You know. Yeah. The black minister is completely silent right now. They voted. Right. Right. The only one who's talking is the Butt Hurt Blues. That Harvey Dent ass nigga, the nigga with one eye, and an anger man. Right, I agree. I'm tired of a dude who pander. It's one thing to offend a woman when she's being unfairly picked on, but these guys, right, right, and that was the whole point. Why I have a problem with her? There's an issue if I see a woman and she's being dog piled on, and I defend said woman. Oh, Big J, you're nice. Big J, you this, that, and third. But if the woman is the opposite, right? Oh, Big J, you hate black women. Or Big J, you can't stand black women. You put white women but black women. Yeah, that'll lot that logic. Soon as you defend somebody, or as soon as you start to defend yourself, then the narrative change. So when she said "fuck you, Big J," I said, "Well, fuck her too." And fuck anybody that rides with her ass. Now I ain't supposed to be mentioning her name because because somebody because one of my supporters said Big J just drop it. But one thing I don't like is when niggas who defend her keep putting their names in my mouth. And I don't like how some of you niggas like the peacock. I really don't. Y'all kind of remind me of the bull that keep following uh the female cows. Always gotten your lip, your upper lip turned up. Too busy trying to fuck rather than too busy trying to maintain the environment that he's in. Well, Sugar Bomb, let me tell you something, Sugar Bomb. If you was in this house right now, I'll prove to you I ain't gay because you know what? I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet. You know talk about you know talk about call somebody gay, like, yeah, that whatever, whatever, Sugar Bomb. But y'all got to get this shit out of y'all system quick. This world is about to go to shit. And I'm also going to say this too. You're about to experience famine in 5 years. You're about to experience famine in five years. While y'all over here talking about what 1970s, 1980s, what your baby mama did, and what your baby daddy did. Nobody gonna give a fuck in 5 years because y'all gonna be suffering, starving from lack of food. Famine is coming. Okay. Um, while y'all sitting there doing this raw shit about immigration and shit, when those illegal stop picking your food, I want you to understand something. That food price is gonna go way up because y'all not gonna pick all those grapes, all those broccoli and mushrooms and plucking chickens and shit. You know, y'all ain't gonna do all that, and then that's gonna create a famine of sorts. I'm gonna let y'all have it. Fuck it. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, George, check this out. Yeah, I'm gonna be petty, right? I'm gonna be petty. Now, somebody got my name in their mouth, right? Big J, you're jealous of so and so. I saw the title. Big J versus this person, that person, this person, that person. I saw the title of that live stream. So I should be jealous of a man that beats up on a woman. Okay. All right. Yeah, okay. Whatever, And she thinks that title was supposed to mean shit. Big J hates the manager use the talking points. Shiesty Bomb. Let me say something. Okay, Shiesty Bomb. What talking points have I used? I'll wait. And that's the first question I would like to ask you after you get inside my house and put this warm satin sheet on you. As you cover yourself with this satin sheet. That's the first question I would like to ask you. As you put your feet on my couch, you lay your feet on my couch, laying down on my couch, and you have a pillow on your under your head, and you under a satin sheet. I'm gonna ask a question. Hey, what what red pill talking point I have? I'll wait. I'll wait, Sugar Bomb. Because Sugar Bomb, I'm gonna tell you something, Sugar Bomb. I really think though, and let me and when I'm asking this, I'm not asking this as wishful thinking or or such, but I really think you have a crush on me. I don't. I think I'm so amazing to you. I think I'm appealing to you that I'm so mysterious to you. So that's why you're here. And that's why you're trying to troll so hard. You don't have to you have to troll to get my attention. You don't have to troll hard to get my attention, sugar bomb. All you have to do is just be yourself, sugar bomb. That's all you have to do. Just be yourself, okay? But yeah, but back to the MAGA folks. Where are y'all at now? I just know where you at. Where are you people who said that y'all against regime change? Where y'all against the whole because I know y'all no longer on YouTube. Y'all up on Rumble. Y'all having y'all's little sessions on Rumble, and when y'all talk on Rumble, y'all ain't really saying anything. All y'all do is put on that make America great 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 hat on and ramble about abortion, ramble about God knows what, and then y'all do that for 15, 20 minutes, and the rest of the live stream is about, well, we need to pray to Jesus and and yell and shout about some other bullshit. Other than that though, nobody gives a fuck. The tea leaves, you know, y'all should have noticed the bullshit when Project 47 came out. Then there was Project 2025. Y'all should have noticed there was a problem with that. Y'all should have known there was a problem with the you know how some of the evangelical community was acting, and how some of the policies that was being passed. Y'all didn't care long as it is against another group of people. Yeah, yeah. Where are the red hats sitting in front of the flag? That's patriot. Yeah, and that's what I cannot stand. They think wearing that red hat on, that cap on. They think that's patriotism. You know, Samuel Adams. Some of y'all who might know from some of you might study history. Samuel Adams, who was the cousin of John Adams. Samuel Adams said, "Hey, listen, patriotism." And I'm quoting him right now. I'm quoting him off the top of my dome because I don't need no chat GPT. This is just off the top of my dome. Is this patriotism is the last refuge for scoundrels? Now he said this. I'm trying to remember the date and time he said this. I think he said this around the time when they during the article Federation Days. Patriotism patriotism is a is the last refuge for scoundrels. That's how I view people who wear that red hat and sit there in front of that American flag and spew nonsense on YouTube and on Rumble. And they voted for an idiot who just committed war crimes, who just sit there and committed talking about it's a preemptive strike. You cannot a country that's been bombed so many times, you can't call it a preemptive strike. A preemptive strike means okay. Let me use a good example of a preemptive strike. If if Ukraine would have struck Russia first before Russia invaded Ukraine. That will be a preemptive strike because that's a small country or a country that has less resources bombing a country that is bigger than they are. That's a preemptive strike. Or better example is if if they see a war happen, if they see an impending invasion, and they're seeing troops being massed on somebody's border, you take out the military force at the border that like you think that might be invading your country. Yes, that's a preemptive strike. But people don't think around here, uh, why aren't Americans allowed to be patriotic? I never said that. I never said that, Sugar Bomb. You said that. I didn't. I'm talking about how people view patriotism. And it's a false patriotism is used as a um um it's a gimmick. I'll put it like that. It's really a gimmick. It's not a sincere it's not the sincere. It's based upon a false notion of insecurity. It's a tool for somebody's insecurity. Just how pro blacks use try to if you listen to them long enough or the conscious community long enough, all that is insecurity. They're not really about what they're for. It's just a grift. You see, the problem is you got people. There are two different types of people that I noticed. There are people who are grifting, and there's people who are have low self esteem. The grifter, who is the content creator that everybody surrounds themselves with, they know that the main audience have low self-esteem or they're very insecure. So they will give out mental masturbation arguments in order for them to be fed. Like Umar for a prime example. Umar is a prime example of this, right? Um, Umar will tell people that about black boys and black boys is miseducated, which is true. It's true. But y'all completely ignore his actions once he's attained whatever funds he received. And whatever, you know. So anyway, well, Taz, everybody's getting this work. I don't give a fuck. Pro blacks, the black manosphere, the black woman empowerment, everybody's getting this work. I don't give a fuck. Okay? I really don't give a fuck. Everybody have low self-esteem and insecurity problems. I really don't give a fuck. Like I told y'all 2 weeks ago, it's Big J Triple X versus the Black YouTube. Why do you think the title says Big J Triple X versus Black YouTube? I'm taking all of it. So anyway, back to the point. With 18 letter, because it's really getting on my nerves that 18th letter can still try to make everything about it's the black woman's fault. And the black woman did this in 1980 something, and I'm just sitting here just like, can you move on? Can any of you men who are past the age of 35, can y'all move the fuck on? Please just move on. You know. Right. Exactly. Yeah, Trump is a jackass. Nobody here is whining. Yeah. Thank you, George. Nobody over here whining about Trump. I'm just telling y'all, I'm just telling people what's going on. Y'all should be more worried about shit like this than coming online talking about what women are doing. That's the point. That's the point I'm making though. You know, if he was here at the beginning of this live stream, he wouldn't understand that. You know, so shit. Oh, and I'm glad I did my interview with Aaron Fountain, exposed manager. That pissed some of y'all niggas off. I noticed some of y'all was pissed off that I interviewed Aaron Fountain. And shout out to his book. All right, shout out to his book. And I hope though he gets on C-SPAN. I really do, because that book I read, High School Students United. Yeah, there's a lot of things in that book. The FBI, the CIA going to the parents of these high school students and did a lot of whole ass shit. Yeah, I didn't read. I didn't go into that chapter with him as much because because that part was more unsettling. So I really didn't really go into that uh area because it's more unsettling what the government was actually doing to those parents and the teachers of those students. So I don't mention one or two of the events, but yeah, it's kind of unsettling what the government was doing behind the scenes, especially the black students who was following Fred Hampton um and MLK back then. But yeah. But I hope he gets on C-SPAN. You know. Oh, and if he gets on C-SPAN, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. I'm gonna laugh my ass off if he's on C-SPAN. He's already on LA Times. He already on the LA Times list. So I hope that he will um be successful. Somebody from Black YouTube. And I'm going to say this right now. I do hope he gets bigger because, again, it would shed a light about the black manosphere in the SYSBM community. Now, I know that these idiots will say, you're making us big. No, it will shed a light on y'all, and hopefully, hopefully, all them crimes that y'all have committed, yeah, I said it, crimes. All the crimes that y'all have committed will come out to the light. That's part of the point, you know. So Let me get out of here. And yeah, let me get out of here and everything else. So yeah. Oh, it's 8. Wait, what time is it? Oh, 4:40. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I've been here long enough. I might be live later in the afternoon. Who knows? Anyway, I'll see you next time. I'm out. Y'all have a good one.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.